This segment of Delmarva Life is brought to you by Most Blessed Sacrament Catholic School.
Social media.
Ah.
You either love it or you absolutely hate it. If you use it often, you're probably a fan.
If you're a mom or a dad who can't seem to pry your little one's eyes away from a screen, then you'd probably be okay if social media just went away. So today, let's try to find that middle ground, shall we? Here to help is guidance counselor with the Most Blessed Sacrament Catholic School in Berlin, Teresa Gabbard. Thank you for joining us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
All right, social media, it really is a norm these days for kids, isn't it?
It is, isn't it? I've been a counselor at Most Blessed Sacrament, but been in the school systems prior to that for almost 20 years. And just to watch the change just within the last 5 years, it's crazy. I'm a parent of 3 teens, so I'm one of the parents that want them to put it down too. But yes, I think this is just the way, it's the norm for them. We used to pick up the phone and call our friends. They'll, post pictures and, put things out there and want the feedback. And I think it's just, we have to accept it as parents. It is part of the way it is nowadays.
Yeah.
Now, when we were growing up on the phone, we had rules, so I guess we need to set parental rules as well for social media.
Absolutely. I really think it's very important. Personally, I feel many parents need to realize we need to wait. We need to wait a while before we're introducing social media. In the schools, I often shocked to hear how young some kids are dabbling in social media. Social media, many of them have rules for ages, and many of them are still doing things and getting on different apps and accounts before they should be. But definitely some rules I think parents need to consider no matter what the age is. No devices at the dinner table. Have time limits. Making sure parents review apps before they get them. I think parents of teens often think, well, I'm kind of too far gone. But as parents, this is new for us too. So if we've messed up, we can back up and say, you know what, we need to reconsider some things here and maybe set some better rules at home. We as parents are using it too sometimes, so we're being the role models as well. So we need to make sure we set limits and they see us setting limits. And there's so many ways I can go with rules.
Sure, yeah.
You need to find what's right for your family, but there need to be rules because it can be a 24/7 thing for kids if we let them.
It sure can. And you touched on a little bit about reviewing the apps before your children download them. That's big because we as parents need to educate ourselves with what they are looking at on their phones.
It's ever changing. Every day there's something new popping up. And so I suggest to parents, definitely review the app. What is it about? You have to learn about it. And that's a rule in my house, is you can't get an app without checking first. So then it gives me time to research it, check with other people, look into it a little bit to see, is it safe for this age child? But absolutely, we need to educate ourselves because, again, this is new for us. There's no manual on how to survive this new era, so we have to learn. If we don't, then we're going to be ignorant to it, and who knows what they can dabble in.
And you were saying, talking about little minds, it takes a little bit for them to understand exactly what's involved here to really get a good idea of what's happening with it. So we need to take that, as parents, we need to take that into consideration.
Absolutely.
Whenever we open them up to social media, right?
Yeah. I think we're kind of letting or forgetting that kids need to be kids, and when we're throwing a lot of these devices at them at such an early age, there really is an addictive quality that goes along with using all this, and they need it more and they want it more, or they don't know what to do without it. So yeah, we need to let kids be kids and not rush all that. And I feel like many parents are just giving it, toddlers know how to move and maneuver around some things. So like just backing up and letting kids be kids and letting there be a time a little bit later to really dabble in the social media part of the world.
And when they do get into the social media, I imagine we need to let them know that if they see something wrong, they need to speak up.
Yes, I stress at our school about trusted adults. And I stress with them, every topic I talk about, who are your 2 or 3 trusted adults? So we need to always remind them that they have to go to somebody if they see something that doesn't look right or is threatening, or if they're getting put down, the cyberbullying discussion we have often too. We need to empower them that you can block that person or unfollow that person. But definitely if they see something, they have to go to a trusted adult because, of course, as we see in the news today, we could prevent some things going on. And if they just look at it and dismiss it, then we're not teaching them to be appropriate users of social media.
So bottom line, communicate with your kids.
Yes, I think with any topic when it comes to parents, but even more so now because we're losing that communication because they're on their things so much. So we need to communicate, and then we need to stress just love and kindness. You know, I stress with my kids and the students, you know, if you're posting something, think first. Think about what grandma would think if you posted that.
Yeah. Think
about what your trusted adults would think if you say that. And just put things out there, they're going to be kind. Don't put things out there, they're going to hurt others and put people down. It's just,
I think that's a message
hard
for
world.
adults as well.
I think it is too, and that's again where we can be a role model and discuss that with them. And you know, if, as parents too, I think it's a good thing for them to, you know, sometimes parents put things out there that then mortify and embarrass their kids. Like, be a responsible person and show them first. Is it okay if I post this? Like, let them have a say-so.
Absolutely. Teresa Gabbard, guidance counselor with Most Blessed Sacrament
nice
School in Berlin. Thank you so much.
Okay, so let's jump ahead a few years to when your little ones enter their 20s. A lot of life's milestones often happen during those years. College graduation, maybe marriage, maybe even babies.
Well, a lot of great things happen. Some bad practices can also take root. So let's help those young men and women stay in control.
Your 20s are a time of new jobs, relationships, and changes you didn't expect. Experts say it's never too early to get serious about your finances. Do not postpone saving for retirement and building an emergency fund. Make paying off debt and student loans a priority, and bring your lunch to work. If you spend an average of $6 on lunch, that adds up to $1,500 a year. One professor from Penn State advises 20-somethings to learn to cook. Not only does it save money, it usually results in fresher, healthier meals. The CDC says that a disproportionate amount of the weight we gain in life happens in our 20s.
We're eating out a lot more, and it's a lot more processed stuff. It's a lot reach for the freezer and put it in the oven.
Weigh yourself often. If you notice an increase, it's easier to lose 5 pounds now than 20 pounds later. An article in the New York Times lists advice from experts for people in their 20s. Cut back on sugar, live an active lifestyle, eat your vegetables, find a job you love, and adopt an exercise routine to burn those extra calories from late-night food and drinks.
Now, if you saved $50 a month in cash for 30 years, you would end up with $18,000. But if you invested it and earned just 5%, you would end up with almost $40,000. If you earned 8%, it would be $68,000. Boy, I wish someone would have told me that when I was in my 20s, right?
I was just thinking the very same thing, yeah. Okay, well, something many people share on social media are pictures of their home. Question for you, are the rooms in your home something you're proud to show off? If not, you might want to consider an interior designer. So coming up on Delmarva Life, how you can get one for free. We're learning about the design services offered at Johnny Janosic World of Furniture. And yes, you heard me right. It is free. We're going to tell you how it works and show you what's hot in interior design.
And later, we are hot on the trail of 6 local fugitives, but we need your help to bring them in. Lieutenant Tim Robinson with the Wycomico County Sheriff's Office is here to run down the list and perhaps help you land some cash this Monday afternoon. Wouldn't that be nice? Delmarva Life. We'll be right back.